My name is Michael Viloria.
My name is Terrance Viloria.
I train out of Mendoza Boxing Club in Surrey.
So I started Taekwondo when I was 7 years old and then transitioned to kickboxing.
I used to train as a kickboxer and competed in kickboxing for years. I felt that my hands were always my saving grace in kickboxing fights.
And the way I transitioned from kickboxing to boxing is because I love Nonito Donaire so much that he was a champion, he was in his prime, and he was basically the young Filipino Flash who I grew up to love, as well as with Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao was a big influence in my transition to boxing.
And so these guys were my idols, and I just wanted to use my fists instead of my feet.
Boxing is the way to go. Had a few amateur fights, and here we are. Coach O'Neill is like a second father to me.
Just like my brother said, he is a second father to us. He guided us through our amateur career.
I've known him since I was 13. He's raised me up. He's trained me since I started fighting, basically.
And his training style, old school style.
We don't even have to speak when we hold pads or when he's training us. He knows what we can do, and we know what is expected of us.
And he gave us lessons in training where we can't just say, maybe I can. You have to say, I can, in all aspects of life.
He approaches boxing like a martial art because that's what it is. And you treat it like it's your life, you live it, you breathe it, you dream it, you eat it, you drink it, everything is boxing. And through that, we found the fun in fighting. To represent the Filipino community and my heritage in the Philippines is huge because aside from Manny Pacquiao and Nonito Donaire and my cousin Brian Viloria, there's really no one else that is a household name in professional boxing coming from the Philippines or even Filipino immigrants in North America.
We have a different style. I know that there's Mexican style, there's the American style, there's the Cuban boxing, but nobody really talks about the Filipino boxing. And that is what I come to show on July 16th.
We suffered adversity for hundreds of years, and it all comes out when we fight. It's in our DNA, and knowing that I could have that on my shoulders is a privilege more than a responsibility. So my brother and I will be fighting on the same card. This is not the first time that's happened. Most of our fights we've fought on the same cards. We train together all the time, spar. And when we spar, it's always a chess match until someone lands a good shot, and then all bets are off.
Where do I start? My brother can kind of do it all, really. He can box, he can move, he can use angles, tight angles, wide angles. He's just an exciting fighter all around.
Knowing how my brother fights, it's going to be a boxing masterpiece.
I can't miss a fight. Even if I was like in the Philippines, I have to go back to Canada just to see him fight, or anywhere in the world, really.
That's us, man. Like it's a camaraderie, it's a brotherhood, like real brotherhood, right? That's why he and I would never argue, because if we ever have an argument, it's all off in the ring.
Sean, you have a really good matchup here, and I do expect fireworks between you guys. And you guys will have a good fight for sure.
Don't blink, because at any given moment, he's gonna explode like a black mamba and catch you with a shot. He's a sniper. Kind of like, you can think of him kind of like Nonito Donaire. Just out of nowhere, bang, he hits you and you're out.